hello everyone, and welcome to the YouTube channel of Personality Advancement Circle of Engineers of Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli. I am Miss Aditi Wankhede, and I am your interviewer for today. We are starting this new podcast where we bring all our amazing alumni and talk to them about the 4 years of engineering life. And for today's interview, we have Master Mehboob Kalawant. So, hello Mehboob,
Hello, Aditi.
how are you doing? Just like
I'm
introduce
doing good.
yourself and about where you are professionally in your life right now.
Yeah, sure. So basically, my name is Mehboob Kalawant, and I'm from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, as you all must be knowing. I was part of PACE, and I remember being PDF and PDP, like Program Director of Finance and Program Director of Publicity at that time. I've also been part of many clubs, maybe ISA, Elisa, Softa. I'm from basically from electrical, but I was part of Elisa too. And technically speaking, I was part of Vulcan Robotics for some time. We played for WC Robocon. That didn't ended well. Then we were for Ibaha Team Aryans. I was in Ibaha too. And that's basic academically about me. I'm from electrical, 2019 entrance and 23 pass out. So I've done my education 11th, 12th in Sanjay Godath College of Engineering, and till 10th I was in cyber, Radhabesh in the English medium school in Kolhapur. I'm from basic from Kolhapur native, and currently I'm placed in Atlas Copco, Geishia, on the role of design engineer. I'm currently serving the role of graduate engineer trainee. Soon I'll be assigned to the post of design engineer as per the offer letter. So yeah, that's about me. And it's been like more of 8 months that I've been in this company, like 6 months for my internship, and then 2 months the new post of GET.
Okay.
That's all.
So, what would you like to tell the audience about all the transition that you do from higher secondary education to engineering life? Like, how different it is from that? Like, people have this all goals and ambitions about we'll go to the engineering and the life would be like this, but the reality check is something different. So, what you would like to say about that?
Oh yeah, yeah. So basically, let me tell you that when I was in 11th, 12th, I was in Sanjay Godath, as I said. So I remember, like, for Sanjay Godath, my parents told that you should go to Sanjay Godath. I was from Kolhapur, and that my institution was in Kolhapur itself. But still, my parents told that I should go to the hostel so that I get a bit of discipline in my body and like a good exposure. That wasn't good, but yeah, okay. So I remember we had hectic study hours. Like I was selected in Super 30, the S9 batch that we were, and there I remember being like the schedule was so tight and so like I would say non-flexible, that it was so rigid schedule. We were waked up at 6 and we were made to sit for study hours. 6 to 8 we used to have study hours. Then from 8 to 8:30 we would have break and we would bath and etc. Have lunch, sorry, breakfast, and then we'll be going back to our study rooms at 8:30. 8:30 to 12:30 we'll be having again classes or maybe study hours, if depending upon the syllabus and plans. After 12:30, 12:30 to 1, 1:15 we'll be having our lunch. From 1:15 to I remember till 5:30 we'll be having study hours or maybe doubt sessions.
Hmm.
After 5:30 to 6 we'll be having again a bit of snacks time, high tea. And from 6 to 8 we'll be having doubt sessions and tests. From 8 to 8:30, 8:45 we'll be having dinner. 8:45 to 11 we'll be having study hours again. So like that was very hectic schedule. When I came to engineering, that was a bit of drop down. Like I would say Sanjay Godath has made me like, I'm not just promoting, but I would say that that made me more of interested in studying, like more in understanding rather than giving hours. Like I used to spend many hours in studying, but that didn't give me a big difference. But what I learned is like a little bit of study is important. That will make you understand the basic concept of what studying is and what understanding is. Yeah, I would say like so sonarchy ek loharchy. That's
Okay.
it. Like 1 hour of focus study is important, But if required, you should understand that you have to extend that limit and capabilities too.
And if you are not from such a far off place from the college, so it must not have been that difficult to you comparatively to the people coming from far off lands.
Yeah. But like, since I said that I was in hostel, so they made sure that they won't let me leave apart from outing. So yeah, we used to have yearly more of 30 to 40 leaves, and if
Okay,
there is an emergency, we would have 60 leaves at max. There
okay,
wasn't
okay.
such thing, but it was. But when I came to like engineering life, it was more of like there was no pressure as such. Like engineering hai, karna hai, compulsory hai, and more of I was in core branches. I said I'm from electrical, so we used to have assignments, practicals, and more of our club works and academics. That was all. So वो मैनेजिंग आ गया था, मतलब कैसे करना है, हाउ आई एम सपोज टू डू इट, आई यूज्ड टू हैव दैट प्लान. And more of clubs and practicals were part of your syllabus and everything. But clubs was something that comes after the syllabus, right? So how much
Hmm,
you have to give or not, that's in your hand, more of
correct.
based on your commitment. So yeah, it was more of bit easy, I won't say, but taking deadlines seriously, that's what they won't teach you, but you should know. In
Yeah, so
HSC
about these
specifically, from
deadlines,
HSC to
have
this.
about these deadlines, has it like
Mhm.
happened ki deadlines have passed, you have never even known ki there was a deadline even? Or it is in the tomorrow morning 9 or 9 a.m. and you're sitting 3 and 4 a.m. knowing ki okay, we have to do this right now. We have to start right now.
Okay,
Was it somewhere like that?
yeah, it's there are many times ki deadlines are close and I haven't had an idea ki there is something that I should do, but I made sure that it will be submitted. I've never submitted late, never in my life. You can check my WC model.
So
Like I
you're
have
a
never
sincere
submitted late.
student.
I won't say sincere. I was more of a one with good ideas. What I used to do is like, if I have an assignment and I know which part is going to take big time, so I'll take the short one and I'll ask for summaries. क्या लिखना है भाई बता दे. I will write it in more short way, or else
Okay.
I'll ask someone to write for it.
Hmm.
But I'll make
Okay.
sure that I know it, what's to be written. Okay,
Hmm.
like if I don't know how to draw this, I'll ask someone, can you please draw this for me? I'll help you with something else.
Okay.
If it's not my easy domain, I'll ask them to do it, and I'll ask them to teach me later. But it was more of something that one will use. Like I'm saying this in my corporate. Like I'm facing this a lot. If I'm good in some skill, particularly, like if I'm good in Excel, then they will ask me about Excel work only, basically. So you should
Okay.
show them that you know everything, but this is your area of expertise, and have expertise in at least three to two domains. So that will be like, you won't be just a master in one, but a little bit knowledge of everything is good that you can master in something.
Right. And about this career of yours, so was
Hmm.
this like already pre-planned? Like most of the engineering students don't know where they have to go. So were you like already planned, or you just like went with the flow of what you were taking?
Okay,
Electrical is
so
not a branch that is like mostly chosen as a first
yeah.
preference, not even in core and not even in that. So
Yeah.
how did you like would explain it?
Okay, so I'll start with the CET. I had CET and I had 98.91 percentile. Okay, so I
Okay,
decided
okay,
to take mechanical or electrical. I have never opted for CSE IT. I was not that guy who was interested in CS or IT. I was more of machine oriented person. Okay, I
okay,
was more interested in core, not even electronics. I didn't even opt for electronics. I my preferences were COP, mechanical electrical, Walchen mechanical electrical, and then VJTI mechanical. These were my preferences, five preferences. And then I remember during first round I got Walchen electrical, 2019, August, 1st of August. There were the first round of us CT, and like as I said, I'm from Kolhapur. We were facing floods during that time. So my father asked me, like, there will be, after 3 days there was electricity cut out. That was declared in newspaper. Water will be cut out. It was like the biggest flood Kolhapur and Sangli has ever faced. And Walchand is in Sangli itself. So to come to Sangli, I have to cross the Panchanganga River, the bridges, and they were
hmm,
soon to be blocked. So my father said, "You have electrical. You are getting that. Take it." And I was like, Father, if I go for second round, I'll get something else. But he's like, are you willing to take the risk that you will lose everything, or else take it? So I was like, I called a friend, Vallabh, one of my SGA colleagues, and he said, yeah, you should take Valchand. Is really good. He's from Sangli native. He's really good. And I had many friends in Sanjay Goda that here itself are in Valchand. So I gave them a call and I said, I'm going for Valchand. Are you interested? He's like, yeah, sure, why not? Then I went for application and I filled the fees and everything. Then while returning, I remember during third, I was returning, and the road which I came from got blocked. I was made to take another path to return. So I returned to Kolhapur, and just after few days, Mahapur was declared,
Okay.
and everything was blocked. So I was like, chalo, le lete electrical. So I was more interested in mechanical, but I ended up being an electrical engineer. So at the first day, I wasn't much interested. I was more of interested to take IIT. But अगर मिलती तो यहाँ नहीं लेता, of course. But मिल गया. It's more of a destiny thing, destiny is written. So
Yeah, electrical
uh,
maybe was your destiny there. That's why there
yeah,
was
yeah.
the biggest flood of all times.
Yeah, yeah. So that went on, and when I was called upon, like 19 August 2019, that was first day. I still remember that day because that was the best memorable day I have had. This is one of the favorite memories I would like to say. Uh, they asked me like the Softa club they were managing. Softa used to manage the basic induction part, and they called me on 18th of August, and they told me, "Are you coming for the induction?" I was like, "Yes." Then say, "Yeah, yeah. Please ask your parents to accompany you." I was like, "Okay, sure." So next day, I went with my father to this induction, and they greeted us with rose and everything, and they told me to sit with my father on the first row itself in the tier hall. I was like, I asked father, अपने को आगे बैठने बोल रहे हैं, and let's go, dad. He's like, no, no, you go, I'll be back. I was like, okay, fine. तो मैं बैठा, and then first day पे वालचन में एक रहता है, it's like more of a felicitation for the top rankers of CET, and I didn't had an idea that I was the branch opener of electrical.
Okay.
Like CET wise, the top percentile was mine. So they decided to make me the branch opener, and they were calling everyone, like CAC was called, and mechanical, and then such branches were being called, and I ended up being called on stage. Director was there, and he asked me, like, you are to be accompanied by your parents, but my father was back and he didn't accompany me, so I went, and then they were giving the shal and naral and trophy. So they gave me trophy and asked, they were giving Shalan and father. I said, he's not there. Okay. I said, he is not there. I should have used the word absent, but I said, he's not there. Then he's like, sorry. No, no, sir. He's there. He's there, but he's just not present here at now. It's like, okay, we had this discussion on stage. Okay. Thank God the mics were off. We had this discussion on the stage, and I said, he's not there here. Okay, okay, sure. Then you collect this after this. I was like, okay, okay, sure, sure. Thank you. Then I come down. I take that trophy and come down, and then they are asking, "Oh, so you know the director personally?" I was like, "This is a time to flex." Yeah, yeah, I know him personally. We are discussing about myself. Oh, so you are in this college? I was like, "Yes, yes, I'm in this college." Then later I told them, "No, no, that was just this misunderstanding." And this, I was like, "Okay, okay." So that was the funny part of that. But yeah, I ended up in electrical engineering. That wasn't planned, but destined. And yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'm doing well.
That is great. Now about like all the hardships, like there were so many hardships, difficulty in like transition from
Hmm.
HSC to first year, then about the all adjusting to the first year itself, and then after that we're doing all these clubs. Life gets hectic in second year, but there's there's something that hits us about actually what is important about the academics, which is
Hmm.
like maybe in second year, like I'm in second year right now, so we have somewhere lost about the academics and we are completely getting into the clubs and everything. So what were
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hardships that you faced? What were the difficulties about the internships, about getting placed, all of that, the dark side that the juniors and all of us don't know yet, and they would like to know it
Okay.
from.
So basically, I would say that during my third year, you people, like if you are in second year and I am in third year, you people had more knowledge than me. Okay, I
Okay.
had good marks. I had good marks. No doubt. In first year was very good. I had somewhat 9 point something pointer, and my CGPA was very good till third year. Okay, because like first year, second semester, lockdown was declared, and as known by everyone, what we have done, we are
Yes.
very sincere about studies, and I used to spend a lot of time studying during lockdown, and I was very much dedicated, as you can see. Okay, sarcastically. So yeah, lockdown was there, so we had theoretical knowledge, no doubt in that, but we didn't had practical knowledge.
Hmm.
So like me and my colleague Atik and Mihir, we decided like भाई नॉलेज तो नहीं है, आ भी गया तो क्या बुक की बुक वाला है, मोटर दिखती कैसे है, कहाँ पता है. लाइक
Hmm.
हाँ रे, क्या करे भाई, इंटर्नशिप ढूंढते. एंड सो आई वाज इन कोल्हापुर. आई got vaccinated as soon as possible and I came to Sangli. Lockdown was still valid. I was in PG alone. Okay, like I used to stay in a bungalow system. Like there was the owner were living below, and I was just alone up. So मैं अकेला रह रहा था वहाँ पे, एंड मेस वाले टिफिन लाके देते थे, खाता था, टिफिन रखता था, वो लेके जाते थे.
Hmm.
मास्क में ये चालू था. एंड आई आस्क्ड कि भाई इंटर्नशिप करनी पड़ेगी, प्लेसमेंट आ रही है. लाइक हाँ हाँ कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, क्या करें. देन वी लाइक इंटर्नशिप मांगते किससे, we'll ask someone. LinkedIn internships we saw, they're all online, but we didn't want anything online, we want hands on. So we decided that we should go for something that is not recommended mostly,
Right.
approaching ourselves outside for internships. Normally if you go for outside internships, they will really just make you work, unpaid work.
Hmm.
So it's more of a labor work, I would say. That's
True.
not an engineer type, but that will be there. So we decided that we should go for it. Mihir and Atik decided that they will go in MIDC Kupwad. Okay. Now, if anyone knows about MIDC, it's more of a blue collar job. You won't have any idea. If you get placed, thank God you won't be doing place work there. So it was 30 days internship that we went for Sharda capacitor. First day, we were taught soldering and hammering, something that I have never done personally. Not just soldering. The soldering was PCB soldering that I knew, but we
Hmm.
did industrial soldering. It's a gun, big gun that you need to hold. No safety equipments in our hand, just doing it. Okay, so I remember doing that. It was more of a capacitor industry, oil filled tank, low tension. I posted it on LinkedIn. If anyone is interested, they can just check that out. So yeah, it was more of a industry based internship that I did, industrial training, I would say. So
Hmm.
like me and Atik went on search for that internship, and they got capacitor internship, and I started my first day. And technical skills we had, theoretical skills, technical skills we had zero. We had good communication skills due to club, nothing
Hmm.
else. So that day we were like सुबह 8 को जाना है उधर. We used to report in and punch in, like अटेंडेंस लगानी है रजिस्टर में पेन से.
Hmm.
एंड ड्यू टू कोविड नॉर्म्स इट वाज 50% एम्प्लॉयज. ओके, सो उधर पे आईटीआई लेबर्स थे, एंड वहाँ के हेड थे, तो उनसे बात वगैरह कर ली थी. आई जॉइंड एंड फिर अलग काम मतलब ऐसे सोल्डरिंग वगैरह देने चालू किए. वेल्डिंग थोड़ा बहुत किया मैंने स्पॉट वेल्डिंग की, इलेक्ट्रिक वेल्डिंग सीखी उधर. स्पॉट वेल्डिंग में इनफैक्ट मेरे आँख को दर्द भी हुआ था, एंड वो छोटा सा चटका भी पड़ा था अच्छा सा. सो इट वाज रियली गुड एक्सपीरियंस. ये था कि लाइक वी लर्नड अ लॉट ड्यूरिंग दैट इंटर्नशिप की बेसिक ब्लू कलर जॉब, what basic blue collar job is, and how you are supposed to interact with them, how you are supposed to learn through them. Like there are many skills that blue collar people know that you won't. On field you will understand those, you won't understand those sitting in that air conditioned corporate office. Like currently in Atlas Copco, I'm not doing such job that I would have no idea about spot welding and electric welding. As long as I don't go in the field, and as long as I'm not willing to learn those skills, I won't be having those. So if you don't know how basic machines are joined, you will just design a machine and you don't know that they are supposed to be joined on welding or what, then how would you design them properly? You'll design that machine won't restrain that things, they'll just break off. So that's all what I learned from Sharda capacitors. I learned a lot about capacitors, to be honest. And yeah, that was good. Then later we went for MSCB internship. Yeah, Mahavitran. It was really good. We learned a lot about power systems basically. If someone is from electrical background, they will understand the importance of power system.
Okay.
Distribution of electricity and everything was very crucial part of our studies that we learned there. Basic transformers and everything. And yeah, that was a more of a 1 month internship, but we did it in 10 days, 10 to
Like
5 days.
about
Yeah.
placements and stuff, if like you have to give interviews, so what would be the benefits of clubs into interviews? Is there any benefit or not, like that, other than developing
Yeah.
club? What people assume is that we can put the club name and your that post name in the resume and stuff, so is it beneficial or not? So that is the major question people have.
Yes, yes, yes. It is important. It's really important. Like I would suggest that if this is your resume, right? So in
Hmm.
resume, the first part will be your intro and academics. Then it will
Hmm.
come to this technical part, your basic technical internships, like more of your and projects. Like more of the recruiter wants to know the technical skills you have. Now
Hmm.
till here, everyone will be having something unique. So
Hmm.
yeah, the main point that matters is like in how much depth you know this, the technical skills that you know, do you own them? Everyone has technical skills, everyone has learned basic C programming, what is C programming, what is Java and everything, and what is power electronics, everything, everyone knows that. Okay, everyone knows basics, but do you own those skills? Like are those literally your skills that you have command on? That is important. They will ask those, they will grill on those. Then later they will come to the communication skills. Like you may be really good coder and you may be really good engineer, but are you a good team worker or a team leader? Are you, do you have the ability to take commands or give commands? Like understand the deadlines, taking seriously deadlines. Are you punctual? Are you sincere? This will be considered. That's what you will be shown. You will be showing those and displaying those skills through your letter part. That is the basic club working or maybe event managing. I won't suggest just club. They should go for event managing too, apart from clubs. Like alumni meet is there to manage, or maybe it's more of induction thing. The campus tours normally clubs do it. There are
Hmm.
technical teams that you can join. There are internships that you will be doing. There are more like club events, also participation in another club events. Like it's not just you should be your club oriented, you should have multi-domain knowledge. So like if let's consider like tomorrow the world declares that C programming is not worth, let's ban it off. Let's go with something Python. It's declared. Can you do something like you're a master of C and you have no idea with Python? You should have basic knowledge of Python. You should know similarities between both of those, so you can apply your C knowledge into Python and you can just work there.
Hmm.
You'll be needing those. So club works a lot here. Like I was part of Pace and I learned basic publicity. Like if people know me personally, I'm not more of like I'm more of a rigid type, not more flexible. But the club made me more flexible. Okay, like I'm more of a pillar type who doesn't bends easily. But due to publicity, I learned how to convince people, how to interact with people. I'm more of a hard spoken person than a soft spoken. But if you want to sell your tickets, you have to do it. So yeah, I
True.
remember during standout, yeah, standout, we started the publicity late, and since the count was very less, we were made. I was given an idea to like join the publicity team and make sure that it is done. So the joint board at that time, I was chief, and the joint board at that time was really very enthusiastic, I would say. They started well, and we had some plans. Like we went for personal publicity to every person, and we would
Okay.
recommend like your friend is participant, why aren't you
Hmm.
participating? Like we would make sure that you approach your juniors. CRs were made to put status of our publicity ideas and everything. We went for college publicity, everything. It was really planned thing. So it well, and we ended up with somewhat 100 entries in 3 days. That was really good.
Yes. So are you talking about
And
this last year's standout?
no, last year's standout two ended well. Even that was good.
Yeah, I was
Prudence.
a part of it, and I still remember about the publicity that all these seniors are coming into our rooms at midnight, 12, like, khatte, khatte,
Yeah,
khatte.
that was, yeah. Actually, if your chief board would describe me, they would say that I'm very strict about work. I would say, Like I love enjoyment doing, but when it comes to work, I take the work seriously. I like taking the work seriously because it's more of something that it's your commitment, and it's more of a responsibility that you're taken, and it's your duty to complete it. If you're
Yes.
not taking your work like seriously, people won't take you seriously or stop giving you work. So if that's the image that you make in your professional career, or maybe literal in your life,
Hmm.
that won't be good for your growth or future.
I think this would have been the best time for you to be in Walchand right now, because I don't know if you've heard or not, but PACE is collaborating with ESA and conducting their Prudence, the mega event of
Yeah,
PACE, under
yeah,
Luminaspark. So for
yeah.
a person who is also in ESA and also in PACE, that is a very big deal. And I think all the people like you and Atikda, who I know misses college like dearly, he misses college. I talked to him, and like it would have been the best time for you. So what you would have like to tell our public about Luminous Spot,
What I
how
would
people
suggest,
should
if
join,
it's
what
two of
would
my
like
favorite
their
clubs coming together, it's two of my favorite clubs coming together, one should participate. Like, don't check about the events. It's just participate everything, buy each and every ticket, and just go. Like, I remember being a part of Pace while interviews were taken of me. Okay,
hmm,
I joined. Then later I remember taking interviews. Like, this
true.
skill comes only through clubs.
Hmm,
Like, personally, रूम पर बैठ के कुछ होना नहीं है वैसे, and you will see some of Sandeep Maheshwari videos, or maybe Drishti IS videos, and they will ask you questions and you'll be answering those. Yeah, I was correct. But that pressure that comes during interview now, that will be given to you during these clubs. And one should take interviews seriously. Like, consider it's your placement interview, this is your last interview. Every interview or every thing you are doing, consider this is the last time you will be doing it. You will
true.
perform well. You will perform well. I guarantee you that you will be performing well. So I would
Don't you
suggest
like
one.
miss taking parts in competitions now? When I was in first year, I took parts in competitions of pace regarding everything. And then now, as I'm in the management core team, I'm learning a lot for sure. But I can't take parts into the competitions that they're organizing. And when I see the managing committee, they're putting so much effort into all these competitions, and they just sound so arousing that I want to be a part of the competition itself. But we cannot because we're in the management team. So what you would
Yeah,
say for
everything has its own time, right? So, like, if let's consider I'm a worker, then I will be working. That time I won't be managing. I'll be just managing my work. But if I'm a manager, I won't be working. I'll be managing others' work. At that time,
that?
I will be going on field. I'll be teaching them, but I won't be doing that work personally on me because I have bigger responsibilities.
Hmm.
Managing is something that comes above and later part. But if you're starting from scratch, it's great that you know that what the work is. Then you'll understand what the problems are. If you know the problem, that's 50% problem solved. If you are able to explain that problem, that's 30% more solved,
Correct.
and 20% comes on execution.
True. And now like most of the people we are in college, we don't have this fear of missing college. I don't think that I will miss college after 2 years I pass out, but when I talk to
Mhm.
seniors, they are like, they just say that you keep hold on, and there is something that you're going to realize after you go out. So what is like, are you missing college right now? Are
Yeah,
everyone your
yeah.
colleagues and ex-Walchenites missing college?
Yeah, frankly speaking, everyone is missing the college. Like, let me tell you, basically, I've been part of this college for like 3 years. Not, I won't say 4 years. 3 years. Out of 3 years, I was part for like 2 years basically. One was in lockdown, so I was on college but not in classes basically.
Hmm.
I used to stay in Sangli, so I used to come to the college. During lockdown, I was still in Sangli. Me, Atik, Aniket, and my squad, Scam, we used to call those, because that
Okay.
scam was trending and we were doing that, and we had online exams, so we named the group Scam.
Okay.
You can understand the later part. So we used to roam around college, and we just enjoy. We used to sit on the track, ideally thinking about career, kya kar sakte hai. Then we will have a deep discussion for 2 to 3 hours of what can be done, and then we'll be like, kya hi kar sakte hain, let's go, chalo chai pine jate. Okay, these were our senseless discussion we used to have every day.
True.
And we enjoyed a lot, like sitting near Saraswati Idol and like mess mess ka khana. I used to miss those a lot. Like last third year tak now I was in college. Let's consider. उसके बाद I went for internship. I was called for internship, and for like seventh semester I had my selection internship in Atlas Copco.
Okay.
So like Atlas Copco was first company to come. I got selected in that, and they called me for internship. Me and my colleagues, they were called, the one selected, and from internship we got shortlisted for full time offer.
Okay.
So that, and I had my sister's wedding in during that time. So I missed about 3 months of my seventh semester. Now the main part is like lockdown just ended and everyone came, but I wasn't there. I saw stories, people getting together, enjoying having dinner, and I was in Pune and then in Kolhapur, and I was missing this part, crucial part that affected me academically a lot. And like from 9 CGP I came to somewhat 8 CGP direct. That affected a lot on my academics. Then the latter part came in 8th semester. I was called again for 6 months internship to Atlas Copco. And I was like, fine, अभी बुलाया कंपनी ने तो जाना पड़ेगा, पेट पानी का सवाल है. Then I went again. I used to come for MSCs. 2 days prior to MSC, used to come. I had my playlist of songs and video lectures. Used to plug in. एक टैब में गाने, एक टैब में ये फुल ईडीएम म्यूजिक सुनते सुनते पढ़ाई कर ली. पेपर को गए, क्या करना है, क्वेश्चंस कुछ तो अलग जो पढ़ा है, but still we managed. Like I would like to say that I haven't had a backlog in my all 8 semesters.
Oh
Like
my God,
six
great
semester तो
achievement.
expected नहीं था, 6 semester तो expected नहीं था, but seventh and eighth, that's fourth year after getting placed. It's really tough to focus on academics because you have some work.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's basic part. But if you are placed and your internship hasn't called, then you have really good time. You can study and you can go for another companies and you can focus something. But
Hmm.
the tough part comes when it's about focusing on the academics as well as your work, because you're
Okay.
like 8 hours of work company gives you, and you don't have those skills because college never teaches you industrial skills. That's never possible. No college
True.
teaches you industrial skills. That is what you will be learning on yourself. Your main point is like you are supposed to learn how to get the knowledge and from where to get the knowledge, how to verify that knowledge is correct or not. That's the main point that you'll be having in your life. So we'll be at what point we are there?
Continue with the next question.
Yeah, I guess so we're going to that part of placement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically we had alumni meet, and after that we had uh, industrial interaction meet. Yeah, I am
Hmm.
with multiple companies that were called upon, and I remember being part of TPO. I was even part of TPO during that time. I remember like 15 to 16 companies were invited. Okay, I just had my interview of Danfoss, and the later day I had interview of like during industry interaction meant Atlas Copco 2 came there, Atlas Copco Geisha,
Hmm.
and they decided to take interviews. So they had a GD. The first round was GD, and the GD was totally based on like the senior members were there, and somewhat 120 to 130 people were registered for the GD.
Okay.
Each and everyone went for GD. Like I was not very much interested to join to the GD. I said I told I think I won't be joining. I'll be going for another company. Currently, I'm just too tired from this industry interaction, but I'll just go to room. He said, "भाई
Hmm.
आजा, एक ही बार है, क्या ही time है, ऐसे ही club वाला GD है, दे दे." I was like,
Okay.
"Fine." We pretended it's just a club GD and we gave it. Me
Okay.
and Atik, yeah, we were in team together. It was really good. And yeah, so that GD ended up, and like basically GD has three categories: lead, mid, and conclusion.
Hmm.
And like I went for that part, and I, being specifically a dominant person that I'm basically as a person, I decided to lead, take the mid part, pros and cons too, and conclude too. So
Okay.
that made ended up in shortlisting me from the GD. And next day I had interview. So it was technical and HR interview at the same time.
Hmm.
And somewhat 40 people were shortlisted for the interview. We were like, bhai ye to ho gaya. I think we like yes. Then I said, I don't have a white shirt again. I'm not going to wash this shirt. It's like, let's go buy one. We went and like placement season को तो लगेगा ही, इसमें होगा नहीं पता है. Let's go for
Okay.
it. And basically speaking, Atlas Copco was known to me. Like me and my friend Shri Mogadpally, we discussed it about Atlas Copco, and he's like, भाई internship यहाँ पे ले लेते हैं. We'll go for this internship and we'll get placed in another company if possible. If they don't take us, we'll get placed. And we knew about this company. We were just planning for the internship. If we get placed, well and good. And luck by chance, that internship came. And me and Shri currently we are working in this same company. We are placed in Atlas Copco in electrical design team. We both are in the same team. As planned, we went there and we are placed two full-time offers.
Okay.
So we went. Next day we had interview, and then I remember like basically कैसा होता है, like your projects you are doing currently, they are not more of a industry oriented. Okay,
Okay.
so they know about your project a bit.
Hmm.
If it's more of an industry project, then they'll be knowing a lot. But your project is more of a small segregation that is from industry. They won't be using the technology. Whatever you are learning academically is outdated technology. So they'll
Okay.
grill you more about your project, what it is, how it is useful, and how pros and cons are. So they asked me about my project, and I took notepad and pen. So I shown them block diagrams how we are doing this project and everything. And
Hmm.
yeah, that was good. Then they asked me about my family and what you're doing. So I remember like doing something that is not recommended in interview, adding a sense of humor, because that's what I am. I like adding humor in serious situations. So
Okay.
I want to display my character. So what I did, they asked me, so what are your hobbies? I said I like eating food and doing something, reading books and watching historical documentaries. And he's like, okay, so do you cook? I said, no, my mother cooks. So what do you do? I said, I eat what my mother cooks. So why don't you cook? Because I can't cook like my mother, I said. And they laughed. And I was like,
Okay.
okay, fine. So they understood that he's like, they asked me about my clubs and everything. And technically, they asked me a lot. They grilled me a lot technically. They asked me about motors and everything, the applications, the starters, and everything. So it was more of a 30 to 35 minutes interview, face to face, a
Hmm.
HR, a manager, and then technical. Three people were
Okay.
sitting. I was face to face, and they asked me a lot. And then I went down. I went to room, and I was called again. Ki, bro, they are going to declare result. Come. It's like I just came room. It's like come again. Then I came, and then I saw all people are still in white shirt, and I'm on track pant and shirt, t-shirt. Then I can't just go there, right? So I called a friend from hostel, and I asked them, can you lend me a white shirt and jeans? He's like, yeah, yeah, fine, fine. They're on the floor. They asked for white shirt and jeans. I wore it directly, and I went there. You can, if you see that photo, I still remember. I'm wearing a tight shirt. That's not mine,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I went there, and they called me Mehboob Kalawant. You're shortlisted for an internship. I was like, whoa, we did it. Then we went there, and then we were called for internship on 7th of June 7th of June. Yeah, 7th June internship was there, and we were informed that about on 6th. We booked our tickets and we went on 7th. We reached at 4 a.m. somewhat at our senior's room. We stayed there, and at 8 morning we were reporting to the office. First day, sleepy. I didn't
Obviously.
even understand what the project was going on. I was so sleepy that I was not even paying attention what is going on. They were defining about what is project, what we will be doing. And then I asked someone what we are going to do. They said we are going to do Excel work. I was like, okay. And if you ask someone, I'm very much bad with Microsoft Office. So they won't teach you, but you should learn Microsoft Office. It's really important in your life. So I decided let's go for Microsoft Office. We went for some Excel work, and I won't tell because I was signed the NDA. If I do, they will fire me. Okay. So they
Okay.
gave me a project, and I did it. And me and team of four. three girls and me. And then that project ended up well. We were like, again from this internship, they were shortlisting for full time.
Okay.
20 people were called for internship. From them, from Walchan only 13, yeah, 13, 14 were called, and from them they were shortlisting again 50% or 70% somewhat. So that internship, we had final presentation, and during final presentation, it was like the biggest presentation I ever given. Like, we had 1 hour presentation, we were told, and when we were going inside, HR said it will be 10 minutes presentation. You are not going to get 1 minute extra, not 1 minute less.
Hmm.
10 minute. We all were prepared for 20 minutes per person,
Okay.
and it was shifted to 10 minutes for the entire group. So that is pressure handling. That was the test itself. Let's consider it.
Okay.
So it was more of a, there was a big DSLR camera in front of us, a meeting conference room, AC conference room, and hybrid. The projector
Okay.
was showing you yourself, and people were joining there, and there were people in the classroom too. It was the first hybrid presentation I ever gave. They asked me about my presentation, the basic logic we are implemented, and everything. And then they came up on the basic part, and they started asking, do you have anything about this company? They asked us, what do you like about this company? Everyone would say good. Then they asked us about, what's the thing that you don't like about the company? Now you can't say you don't like anything about this company, right?
Hmm.
Something you don't like, you won't directly point out. That is like you're pointing it out directly on the face. That's not
Hmm.
respectful. You should do it, but that too in a subtle manner, right? So I decided, like, I don't have anything, and my teammate said that, yes, maybe you answer this, and I was like, oh shit. Then I said, सर वो मेस में गुलाब जामुन है ना, वो एक ही बार देते हैं, दे डोंट गिव इट डबल. So it's like they laughed. Everyone laughed. Like the people from Avid, the higher management, everyone was laughing on this point. So I added again the sense of humor. And on, I remember on 1st of August 2020, last year, right? The result was declared, and I was shortlisted for full time. I was like, good. Now currently I'm in this company.
Okay. So about college, everyone has this one kind of person who is like there with you till the end. It could be a
Hmm.
teacher, could be a senior, could be a friend. So who could be a person for you? And any best memory with them, a college life memory, like that to conclude this.
Okay, so in I had my friend circle that was really very vast. I made sure that I had a good friend circle, and basically my friends, like each and every friend that I had was either a clubmate or everything. But for a long time, currently, even still, we are meeting, and every day we are talking. It's like Aniket, Atik, Vishrut, and Vinayak. We had a group of five. We used to name it Scam. Still active group. Like last 2 days before we all met. Okay, like we just meet. We don't have any plans. We just meet. We do something and just go to our works. So I remember we used to have night outs,
Okay.
and after night outs, we used to come to my room, watch series and movies, binge watch, and then we'll go again. At morning, we'll decide to have breakfast. So what we decided, we used to go for breakfast in some low price but high quantity we required. So what we decided, we went in collector office.
Okay.
Collector office canteen, subsidized rate, the most
Okay.
subsidized rate you will get. We went there,
Right.
and the people saw us. It was like, भाई यूपीएससी की तैयारी अच्छे से चालू है ना अपनी? It's like, हाँ हाँ चल रही भाई, आईएएस तो बन जाएंगे ना, हाँ हाँ बन जाएंगे भाई. They will be like, अच्छा अच्छा, okay, they are aspirants. We went, and then we sat and we had our breakfast, and then when we went out, we used to do such things a lot. Like we used to join, like I remember we even joined juniors lectures. I sat for some electronics classroom. I'm from electrical. I sat in ISA's sorry, electronics बैच में के क्लास में बैठा था मैं पूरा टाइम. लिनक्स सिखा रहे थे वो उनको. मुझे पता भी नहीं लिनक्स क्या है. बाद में समझा उनके तरफ से कि देयर इज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम एग्जिस्टिंग.
Hmm.
And then I had one more friend, Suyesh. He's a old friend from like it's been 8 years we have been friends. Yeah,
Okay.
from Sanjay Goda. Like still, I had many memories with him. And yeah, of course, I had memories with the joint board specifically.
Hmm.
Joint board of pace. When I was in chief, I had very good memories. The standout memory, may that be. I used to hang out with them a lot. Like specifically the post president and vice president. I used to hang out with those a lot. Especially the president was very good friend of mine. And yeah, those were one of my favorite memories and the best memories I ever had in my life. And
Hmm.
then yeah, these were some of those memories. And I remember being going for publicity in different clubs. I went for Sanjay Godot in publicity. The same college I was in 11 12, I went there for publicity through Walchan. Then hanging out at the Saraswati Idol. That's the best memory one can have. We used to play songs there and we used to sit there. Ideally,
Yeah.
for 3 to 4 hours, we used to sit there. We used to go in college at 1 a.m. just just to hang out. We didn't had any plans. Just चलो जाके करके आते कुछ तो. क्यों मतलब जाना है भाई क्या हो रहा है रूम पर हाँ चलो जाए जाते. Used to do that. So these all memories we had. And apart
And
from
what are like,
submissions, last moment I had done many submissions. My friends from IT,
hmm,
they have written my power system submissions.
okay.
Please don't tell this to the electrical department. They'll just cancel my degree.
No, no, it's fine. We are not telling them until they go on our page and actual YouTube channel and see this whole podcast, they won't know.
Yeah.
And to conclude this, like, what would be your words of advice for all the Valjandites who are going into the corporate world recently? Final
Okay.
words of advice.
So yeah, basically I would go with academics first. Keep your academics clean. If there is a backlog in it, be honest to your company that I have had backlogs. Just tell them the honest reason that why you had backlog. I was not focusing on studies during that time, but now I am focused. If you tell them
Hmm.
that, they will take you.
Hmm.
I'm sure they will take you. They like honesty a lot because like corporate companies don't want 100% performance. They want the truth that you can express to them. If you are able to do it, just do it. If you're not, just tell them. They will hire someone else, but you will get the job because you're honest to them. Okay. So basically, it's like don't overcommit to anything. Don't overcommit to anything. May that be academics, your relationship, or maybe anything, your goals or anything. Just don't overcommit for it. Be honest to anyone in your company. Maybe that be life. That's a life thing that I'll give. And more than hard work, I would prefer try giving it a smart work. If you're ready to automate it. If there is something that you'll be learning, just don't say never no to an opportunity. Just go for it. You'll learn like eventually there is something. I don't have a background of electrical and I want to learn electronics. What's the issue? You will learn it. Like sooner or later there will be a time when you will be requiring that.
Hmm.
And keep a thorough knowledge of every domain. Like
Right.
basically I would say if something is trending in CSE, like there is a global recession going on currently, right?
Hmm.
So as an electrical, I don't need global recession. There is no difference. There is no difference at all for me. But I should know it. But I should
Okay.
know it because if there is a recession, that does means that company will won't be hiring CSE people, and you will be getting the PLC coding work.
Hmm.
So you should
Correct.
gain the knowledge. Sooner or later, you will be having that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, be very much clear about your resume. If you're writing something in resume, make sure you are giving them a chance that they are going to ask that question. So be clear about that. Keep your resume updating.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all from
That's
my end.
it. Thank you so much, Mehboob. It was wonderful talking to you. I know that every Baljan pass out student would be so nostalgic hearing all of your stories, and all the like new freshers coming to the college would be like so thrilled to see all of these videos.
Yeah, yeah,
And
sure.
that's it for this podcast. Now we're gonna come up with new various events with new various types of people and new amazing stories in the upcoming videos. So keep watching the channel, and that's it for today. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.
Yeah.